wisdom,
prudentia,
justice,
justitia,
temperance,
temperantia,
courage.
fortitudo.
Applying ancient philosophy to modern life, this is the Sunday Stoic.
Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Sunday Stoic. I am your guest host Ryan, and today I will be talking about moderation. As this podcast episode is being released, we are only a few days away from Christmas. Many of us, I'm sure, are caught in the typical holiday habit loop of overspending during this season, and I think it'd be useful to just take some time to reflect on what the Stoics have to say about moderation. Now, moderation comes in many forms. As I just mentioned, it could come in the form of how we spend our money. So typically this holiday season pressures us to buy things for other people, and many of these items are things that they don't necessarily need. While it can be fun to exchange the occasional gift, whether it comes in the form of Secret Santa or giving someone a gift who is close to us, sometimes the gift giving goes over the top and we end up spending way more than we actually anticipated. I've been in this position, and I'm sure many of the listeners right now have been in that position as well. How can we go about becoming more conscious with the way that we spend things? Well, I know something that I typically do is I keep my receipts after I go about spending things, and I'll keep them for at least a week, sometimes even staple them or tape them to my journal. And at the end of the week, I will reflect on my own spending and think about whether some of these things were necessities or just overindulgences. And more often than not, they are the latter. So keeping receipts allows your spending to be more visible to you. You're not just taking a receipt and throwing it out and never thinking about it again. This could bring about positive change to both your financial situation, also with how you go about conducting yourself as a Stoic practitioner. Moderation also comes in the form of how we go about eating and drinking. I found that since COVID started, I am eating a lot more than I did before. That is because of a number of reasons. It is boredom. It is because the food is just there and I'm home more often. But something I want to change, especially going into the new year, is being more conscious with how much I put into my body. How can we go about doing this? Well, I know something I used to do and something I want to get back into is fasting once a week. And the Stoics were really big into fasting because it teaches us a number of things. It is a form of voluntary discomfort, which is beneficial because it allows us to experience a small form of hardship, and that could prepare us for other bigger hardships later in life, as well as being able to empathize with those who have less than us. It also shows that we don't actually need a lot of the things that we claim we need. We may feel that we always have to be putting food into our bodies, eating snacks between meals, when in fact, we could go about letting our body digest for a while and letting it be, and letting ourselves focus on other things besides just consuming food and drink all day. The Romans and the Greeks were big partiers, there's no doubt about that, but something that they did do at many of their feasts was they would dilute their wine as a way to practice moderation. They knew that they didn't have to necessarily eat everything and drink everything on the table, and they could leave a meal not necessarily having to feel full all the time. Speaking of dinner parties, I would like to read a quote from Epictetus, where he's actually talking about a banquet when it comes to the topic of moderation. This is from his manual, paragraph 15. Remember that you must behave in life as you would at a banquet. A dish is handed round and comes to you. Put out your hand and take it politely. It passes you. Do not stop it. It has not reached you. Do not be impatient to get it, but wait till your turn comes. Bear yourself thus towards children, wife, office, wealth, and one day you will be worthy to banquet with the gods. But if when they are set before you, you do not take them but despise them, then you shall not only share the gods' banquet, but shall share their rule. For by doing so Diogenes and Heraclitus and men like them were called divine and deserve the name. So here Epictetus is saying a number of things. He's giving a hypothetical about a banquet And typically at banquets, especially when food is being passed around, people will try their best to get the food as quickly as possible. They won't want to wait their turn. They'll be impatient. But what he's saying is that we have to treat life as a banquet, and that when things are not necessarily given to us at the time we'd like them to be given to us, it is okay to wait. And in fact, we actually do have to wait and exercise patience. At the same time, if we are offered certain things, sometimes it is virtuous to actually decline them. That's what he's saying here when he says, when they are set before you, if you do not take them, you shall share not only the God's banquet, but share their rule. So sometimes when we don't get necessarily what we want, it is okay. And in fact, there may be times where we notice now is not our time when we're offered something and we have to hold off. This could be in the form of when we're actually eating or when opportunities come up in our life. This quote could also influence the way that we approach this holiday season. Obviously, many of us are probably not getting together with families, so the idea that we're going to be overindulgent at the dinner table might not be a reality because of COVID. But when it comes to how we are spending and what we're asking for from other people, we may rethink that because of what Epictetus is telling us here. That is, we only really need the bare necessities, and being able to exercise moderation will help us become a more virtuous person. Thank you everyone for listening today, and I really want to thank Steve for giving me the opportunity to guest host again. I hope you stay safe during this holiday season, and carpe diem.